and welcome back to
Inspired a Game. I'm Sean.
And I'm Lola. If you enjoy what you see here, please support our channel by subscribing down below.
And if you've already subscribed, thank you very much. I can't feel my face when I'm with you. Or it could be that I just got back from the dentist.
He really did, and I'm making him work. Today we are talking about a new game coming to Kickstarter. I was going to say tomorrow, but by the time we post it, it's not going to be tomorrow anyway. But it should be on Kickstarter right now, and it is called Mycology. So this is a beautiful game by Dr. James Scott, and I want to thank him for sending us this prototype to review. It is a nice lightweight game where you are collecting resources to harvest mushrooms.
It features mechanics of open drafting, set collection, and dice rolling.
Before we get into our review of this lovely game, spoiler, we will give you a quick overview of how to play it. In Mycology, you'll be collecting resources to harvest mushrooms in various seasons. At the beginning of the game, the season will be on winter as indicated by the mushroom token. The first player will roll the die, and the number that comes up will determine what resource you get to collect this turn. So according to that number, you get to collect it, and everyone else around the table gets to collect it as well. From here, as the player, you'll have two actions that you can do. You can harvest a mushroom if you have the required resources. You can do various kinds of trades. You can use any feast tokens you have gathered so far to move the mushroom token into the next season, or trade with another player around the table. Now, if you rolled a 7, that causes the change of the next season. In each season, you get to harvest a different amount of mushrooms. For winter, you can harvest 1 and put it in your tableau. In spring, you can harvest up to 2. In summer, up to 3. And in fall, up to 4. When you harvest a mushroom, you pay the right side resource tokens that it requires, and then you receive any feast tokens, if any. You get and put it in the season that you're currently in. There are also a few different types of mushrooms. There are magic mushrooms, which have a wild token that you get that can be used for any other resource or a feast token. There are poison mushrooms, which can be higher value, but can be dangerous, however, because they can give you extra negative points depending on what gets rolled throughout the game. Play proceeds around clockwise, with each player rolling the 2 dice, everyone receiving the resource token that it is rolled. When one player has harvested 10 mushrooms and completed their collection, the game will end and everyone will add up their mushrooms to see who won. So when I first saw this game, I was really excited about it because I love all things about harvesting, foraging, whether it's plants, mushrooms, or anything of the like. It is a lightweight 45 to 60 minute game, and it is lovely. It is a cozy game. So as a nice filler for one of those nights where you just have an hour to do something that's simple but pleasant, it's got a lot of luck, but it also has a nice little bit of strategy to it as well. So we were quite surprised about that. So as we were playing our first game, we've played several games, and rolling the dice, collecting the different resources, it seemed very straightforward, and it is, but there's still a nice bit of strategy with figuring out what to do, how to use your different actions to change around tokens to get to what you need, as well as even using that ability to move the mushroom season token forward to help prevent your fellow players from scoring the cards that you don't want them to score. So we had a lot of fun with this. So we've got a few different mushroom games like Morales and Wonderwoods as well. I think out of the 3, I would say that this is my favorite. It's in the same category as that, with being a nice, light, friendly game. Anybody can play it. 2 to 6 players for this one. One of the things I really love about this game is it is accurate. So it's created by a professor from the University of Toronto, and each card has a scientific name of the corresponding fungi, as well as any common names that it might have. each one corresponds to a certain season that it can be harvested in, and that is accurate to when they can be harvested. So there's a lot that you can learn while playing the game.
The edibles are edible. The poisons are not edible. The stink caps are stinky.
Yeah.
And the magic mushrooms are magic mushrooms.
The art is beautiful. As you can see, the outside of the box is gorgeous art. The cards are the historical scientific illustrations, so there's authenticity there too, which is really nice to see.
So keep in mind that everything you've seen so far is a prototype of the game, and with that in mind, even the components already are really nice shaped. The wooden components they're nice and colorful, and they're very tactile and wonderful to collect, and easy to understand what they are by color, by shape, and everything.
They're adorable. Yeah. So the components are very nice already, but yeah. So overall, I think this is an absolute winner if you're into a nice, lighthearted, family-friendly game that you can play with anybody that focuses on harvesting mushrooms. It is beautiful, and I'm so glad to have it in our collection, as I know it's going to be making the table. Yeah. All right, thank you so much for joining with us, folks, today. And as always, happy gaming, folks.